party is even close to even proposing a pathway that will be consistent with the Paris Agreement. And yes, voting is essential, but alone it is not enough. If we want to ensure a safe present and future on planet Earth, we need to be active democratic citizens and go out on the streets like we are doing today.
I think whoever isn't here today hasn't heard the clock strike. It's just before midnight and we're in the middle of a crisis. And we have to do something now. I'm here with my daughter to demonstrate for her future.
Für ihre Zukunft zu demonstrieren.
I think if a lot of people take to the streets today to show what's really important right now, then I think that it could have an effect.
Just before the election, we should set an example. It's in our hands to change the future. We have been on the wrong track for the last 16 years.
Well, let's head to Berlin now and talk to our reporter Kate Brady. Kate, tell us more about the protests in Berlin. How many people turned out and how did they respond to Greta Thunberg's message?
Exactly, tens of thousands of people descending onto the lawns in front of the Reichstagsgebäude, Germany's parliamentary building, this afternoon. And Greta Thunberg certainly did get a very warm welcome, especially some of the younger demonstrators who had skipped school today to go to this demonstration, said that they were particularly excited that she was going to be coming and speaking today. Many of them, some of the older demonstrators as well, agreeing with her, saying that while voting is important, they thought that protesting was the last resort before the elections on Sunday to try and show not only politicians but also undecided voters the severity of climate change right now, and they wanted to demand that more is done during the next legislative period here in Germany.
And how has the climate played into the campaign overall? It was tipped to be the #1 issue at the start, but has it been eclipsed by other matters?
It certainly has slipped out of focus a little bit. At one point this was being described as the climate election. So some other issues have come into focus as well, particularly social issues, social inequality, housing, for example, digital infrastructure as well. But I would say that there's one thing that is overshadowing many of those issues, and it's actually the question of trust. And this is what we're seeing in the polls right now, that ultimately this election seems to be coming down to which party, and also which party's chancellor candidate do German voters trust to fill Angela Merkel's shoes, to become Angela Merkel's successor. And it's going to be very interesting to see exactly how things play out on Sunday evening when we get those first polls.